gentlemen, I want to welcome you back on this beautiful day. We have those days, well, not, let me tell you, they are very special. They don't last so long, but we do have these gorgeous days. I'm here in the forest. The trees had not yet turned red and orange. I did for a little bit, but the trees are going to catch up very, very soon. Let me show you some beautiful sunlight. Yeah, still a lot of green trees, but soon they're gonna be absolutely stunningly beautiful. Elizabeth, darling, welcome, welcome. Jack, hello, hello, my dear friends. So I do have a thought today I want to share with you. We see a lot of bitterness nowadays. There are so many men which are upset. They men and women, we are in the midst of gender war. You can just look at the content online. But I have some good and bad, not bad, but I have some good news actually for most men who are watching me. Oh my god, B guys, me and my perfume, I did that again. Oh my gosh. You know, this is a funny thing about a life. I'm fighting bees. No. I'm so... Oh my gosh, yeah, you know, maybe don't put your favorite perfume when you go to the forest. But it's unplanned. Oh my god, I'm so scared. Okay guys, promise me if you see the bee in the chat, you give me alert so I run. I run for the hills. So we do have some good news. A lot of men are very upset, and they say that, oh, you know, all these women need is money, all they want is use us, all, you know, all this very, very, very negative talk. But you know, from my observation, most truly feminine women, most women that are in touch with their femininity, they will choose a reliable, strong, leader type masculine man over just a dude that buying them things. You might be upset, you might be in your feelings because you're not earning this, you're not earning that. That is your life, how far you want to get in life. I think that when a man has somebody to take care of, he has this very, very strong intrinsic motivation. At that point, it becomes intrinsic to be more, to do more, to become more. And I think in this case, a woman is a great activator, because, you know, men don't need cute accessories, you know, they don't need a lot of things. Maybe I think a lot of men spend money on their toys, invest, maybe cars, maybe some nicer homes, but in general, a woman is it is a двигатель, like an engine, like a catalyst of the men's becoming. And that's why so many men who decide that a woman should contribute for them in order to have a family, a lot of times, I mean, it can work, but usually you will never reach your potential as a man when you rely on a woman to equally divide that load of responsibilities and financial load. And a lot of men who maybe have not exceeded, a lot of men that maybe have not reached that desired potential, they feel kind of, they get in their feelings, and they think that a lot of women overlook them because they don't have enough money. But a lot of times it's because you do not command respect. A lot of times it's because you don't show up as a leader, as you're not ready to pay cost to be the boss. You don't have that very primal masculine appearance and essence that just draws women like magnet. I have actually a lot of friends that got married with their husbands where they were in the beginning of their journey. They didn't have a lot in terms of materially, but oi, somebody else is flying. Oh, it's a squirrel, so cute. They didn't have so much materially, but they married young, They may not have um, big things. They didn't have very big material things to impress a woman, but the woman felt that this man got this, that he has that strength, he has what it takes, he has that very strong survivor instinct, that ability to lead, ability to take on. Not when you look at the women in your surroundings as the ladies, not every woman also wants the same. You know, some ladies want to live in the forest. You know, meaning some ladies want just to have a small home somewhere in a foresty, lakey area where you can relax and raise a family. You know, some ladies want to have a city life. Some ladies want to I don't know, go to a lot of events. You really need to align. All these complaints happen when people are misaligned. When you want to offer a lady very little, but you see that she's already has a life that you could not match. You want to offer her, like, let's say, you know, she has a whole candy box, you know, like she has a whole big box of delicious candy, and you just have one that you're trying to offer and dangle, and she already has that, and she's not impressed by that. But most importantly is that when you find someone who is on the same journey with me, like this bee. Oh my gosh, guys, this bee, I might have to move. Are you afraid of bees? No. Oh my goodness, I'm afraid of bees. Please remind me, somebody, not put any perfume when I go outside. It's just such a habit for me. It's just such a habit for me. It makes my own mood. Even if I don't see anybody and not gonna talk to anybody, I love my perfume. Love is the most important, but it doesn't last. When you choose a person that does not align with your visions and your values and your visions for life, even the most beautifully chemically love and attraction is going to break, and it's going to break very fast. It's going to crush. That's why the marriages actually very often that are arranged people can grow in love, and if they're compatible, it can last a lifetime. So most women that are truly in contact, in alignment with their femininity, they don't necessarily say, I look for the rich guy, or I look for I look for extremely rich guy. Most women that are truly aligned, they don't focus on that thing as the most important thing or anything like that. I'll tell you why. Because for a truly feminine woman, the provision includes a lot of things. It's your ability to put food on the table and pay for the shelter, of course, is very important, especially if you planning to have children. Ой, Боже. But it's also emotional safety and security. It's also physical protection. It's also knowing that you can be completely calm when your nervous system with this man is regulated, and his ability to always put that extra blanket over the woman. I don't know how else to explain it, but true love is, the way women see that is that warm blanket over you when you are not thrown in the world to survive by yourself, even though you supposedly have a man and have a husband. In modern world, a lot of people really live separate lives. They're just there to share the bills. And a lot of times women, when they feel that confidence, when they feel that leadership, they can often choose a man that is at that moment is not the most wealthy, doesn't have the most savings, may actually have some career, is in the midst of his career. But when a woman see that consistency, when she see his leadership ability, that also he's emotionally intelligent, he's very, very protective, he he is letting her rest, he is letting her be. They have very strong understanding of their roles. Those relationships usually last, and they are the most beautiful ones because there is no confusion. Everybody knows that except for love and connection and all those beautiful things, there is also foundation. There is also a very strong foundation that is same vision, same values, and same ideas for the future. Welcome everyone. Lydia, hello. I love your name. It's a very popular name actually in Eastern Europe, Lydia. I don't know if you originally are from Eastern Europe. Welcome everyone. Alex, спасибо. Спасибо большое. Uh, so very often it's not that you not making something, it's that you not showing up as a man with a plan, as a man that got it together. Not every woman cares about fancy jewelry. Not every woman cares about going to Hawaii. Not every woman cares about 1001 rows. There are some women that have this very native program, like very natural program in them, and that is just have a safe home where she can relax. And she knows when she's the most vulnerable, the man that she chose, he will support her and provide for her in the most beautiful way. When she's the most vulnerable, when she is pregnant, when she's nursing, when she has a beautiful child, first couple years of life. And that's the most beautiful gift that a man can ever give to a woman, is to have that strength. Oi, another bee. Protect her from bees. That strength that is like a magnet. That strength that says, I got you, just relax. You always know when you're just starting to be with a woman, and maybe she was married before or she was in a relationship before, where she didn't have that masculine protection. She always try to take decisions for you, to help you to be a man. She always try to take on too much. And it takes a moment. Uh, it takes a moment for her to accept that she's finally with a truly masculine man. She doesn't have to micromanage, micro control, doesn't have to take decisions, doesn't have to be a second driver, when you drive a car. She doesn't have to give him suggestions. She doesn't have to do all this because he got this. One of the hottest phrases, the most alluring, the most enticing phrases a man can say to a woman is, I got you. Just give her that look. It means, calm down, relax, I got this. This is the hardest thing. Not you're beautiful, not you're cute, not, oh, you look hot tonight. The most turn on phrase for a woman is, I got you. You guys are practicing, I see. Shari, darling, thank you for being here as always. Somebody says, again the same. Yes, and it draws you here. You're here again. I wonder why you keep coming back. You are North African. That is so unique, Lydia, because I don't know if I say your name correctly, but in Eastern Europe, Lydia is actually it's a name with a long history, very beautiful name. You are so welcome to be here. a smart woman would never say, oh, I'm looking for a wealthy man, because ability for a man to provide is very important, but it's like it's 1/5 of the essential things that man brings, and it's not the very most important, especially if you are marrying young. um, Again, some of the best relationships, when you meet a man and you just know that he's doing such incredible things with what he currently has. He has the drive, but in order for him to go even further, he might need that extra motivation. Is the woman that simply uh, believes in him. The woman that simply believes in him. And it's not always the words, oh, I believe in you, baby. It's not that. It's that feeling that she gives. I want to see that in action, Dan. If you can consider support the channel, so then I'll know you got me as my listener. Ой, боже, bees. Oh my god. Somebody please tell me to not use any kind of perfume. I don't know, for me it's a part of my womanly girly routine. Is it makes my mood. I have this beautiful perfume. It's Arabic, Arabic, I guess, from Emirates. I just love it. Just so unusual. I feel that I'm somewhere on a beautiful vacation, but I'm in my backyard. You know, as women, we have this imagination well, where we can literally imagine things. That's why we so much like to change our appearance. It's because when we change our appearance, we get we get to experience things. Oh my god, she's back. She's back. Oh my god, guys, I have to go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. I told you guys, this is, well, maybe like this is better. This is one of my biggest not fears, but yes, I'm on staycation at the moment. But honestly, for me, the vacation, it could be an hour away. You know, it can be a place an hour away. I can call it a vacation. Or it could be a place 5,000 not 5,000 hours, 5,000 miles away. So, well, I just wanted to let you know this. I know that I'm coming back to the topic. I know that in United States, a lot of people feel incomplete because they are not in top 5%, not in top 10%. They feel that, oh, I'm not earning enough. That's why women don't pick me. Well, sometimes you do need to change your state, because we have some states that are extremely expensive, and they are not even worth it because of their mentality, because of their because of their woke mentality, and because of their poor management. You pay through the nose, and you always feel that you are behind. And it's really, you do have to think about the area that is could possibly be a better place. There is those things that are obvious, there are more conservative towns, there are more liberal ones, there are woke ones, there are those that are totally overpopulated. But sometimes, and very often, men have this insecurity that they are not top 5 earners or top 10 earners, whereas their biggest problem is not even the finance. Their biggest problem is inability to lead, inability to take decisions, inability to show that deep survivor instinct to a woman. That is often the most repelling thing to a woman. When a man is maybe sometimes the things get into your head, you feel that, oh, you know, I can't afford this, I can't afford that, but that self-doubt that you have, that inability to lead, to plan. The thing is, you can be a UPS truck driver and have an ability to plan, to do, to save, to invest. And a woman, there is several types of a woman that would love to be with you, because you have your things together, you take your hours, you have your investments, you don't expect her to work for you to help her to pay the bills, and all she wants is stay home with the children. And she doesn't care about brands, she doesn't care about fancy things, she just wants that beautiful stability. So the most frustration happens when we're looking for a mismatch. For example, if you are a blue collar worker, you can actually be very successful. But let's say you are an average, you work for somebody else, and you're obsessed with the Instagram baddies. You know, you're obsessed with a woman with BBLs and other things and plastic surgery. I actually had a client like this. I told him right away, this woman is not interested in you. You cannot impress her, because she has more plastic surgery in her than your whole net worth. She's not for you. She has a different values. I'm not saying she is bad, I'm not saying she's a bad woman, but she's just not a match for you. So if you are attracted to a woman that's her appearance is her business, and her maintenance would cost your yearly annual salary, you are misaligned. And you are not going to look masculine for her, because for her, masculine is number one, is your wealth. There is nothing else. She doesn't care about emotional connection, about safety. She doesn't care about none of those things, because she's very much disconnected from her very true nature. She's very much disconnected from it. She doesn't care about having children and being your cute little wife. She doesn't want all that. You have to understand this. I had maybe not too many cases, but I had several, and I could tell from the first consultation I have with a man. I'm sorry to be the bad guy or the bad girl and bring you the bad news, but I'm telling you the truth of the best of my ability. Yes, that's all. That's it. Women are drawn to masculinity. A woman would literally drop, I'm sorry to tell you this, she can be in a somewhat satisfying relationship, even with a man who is, you know, decent provider. But if she will feel that masculine around her, that strength, that guidance, she were considering you, but then she meets a man who just got this, you are the question, you are the man of the past. You are an idea of the past. She will leave you immediately. She will leave you immediately. I'm sorry. She will be gone. Because it's kind of like, not kind of, it's a magnet. It's a magnet. It's just something you can't explain. Sometimes most women can't even explain it. But it's just that natural dominance that certain men have, and this is so enticing for women who are in touch with their feminine. So while you're focusing on your growth, while you're focusing on doing things, remember, be the boss with what you have. Don't make a woman choose what you're gonna do, where you're gonna. Don't put the responsibility, your masculine roles, on a woman. Just show up at your very, very best. And if it scares her, if that's not her cup of tea, then maybe she's not for you. Because a true feminine woman, she's a catalyst for a man. Absolute catalyst. I am done with this lovely presentation, so now I can read your comments. If you oi, if you want for me to read your comment, if you want your comment to stand out, you're welcome to. You have the option to highlight it with a super chat if you want to. um yes, David. David is saying it's also how a man handles the unexpected. Yes. Such as an investment going bad, you have to show you can pull yourself by the bootstraps and move forward. Yes, that is a natural go-getter survivor instinct, and it's even more important than your net worth, because things happen. Sometimes you have bad business, sometimes you change your business, sometimes things crash and all of it. And your ability, that's exactly what I'm talking about, your ability to turn it in your favor, to hold it together, to not be too vulnerable and scream in crisis, like cry, especially not in front of her, you know. And I don't understand men who cry about money. I think it's crazy. Tears won't help. Yes, it's your ability to adapt, survive, make another plan, and hold it together. So you don't, it's, imagine that you have a boss, you're working for a guy, he's your boss, he's paying you a decent salary. I mean, I prefer men who don't have a boss, that's their own boss, but that's not a reality for most. So let's say you are managing things and you do have a boss, and the boss is calling you like, hey, like for example, hey David, I don't know what to do. My investment, like he's still paying you salary, but he's like, my investment is like tanked, you know. Our supplier, you know, left or something like this. Will you really respect your boss or your, you know, somebody who's supposedly superior to you, somebody that you may look in your career take place maybe in the future? Would you have any respect for somebody who's supposed to giving you direction, being like, I don't know, they pulled away, our supplier is gone? You'll be like, oh my gosh, woo. It doesn't mean that this boss couldn't go talk with other company leaders or have like CEO executives and having that conversation with them who are superior to them. So it doesn't mean that as a man you don't need your circle, you don't need your friends, your advisors. It doesn't mean you cannot hire a mentor or a business coach or whatever. It's just you don't complain to somebody who's looking up to you. You don't stress them out. It's like a mother doesn't want to stress a child telling him that she has something going on. A good mother will put it together, take her time. No matter what she's going through, she will do her very best to ground herself, fill her cup, and then go to her child. A good mother won't complain or cry to a small child about her problems. So it's like we are looking up. There is a system, not castes like in India, but there is a system of subordination. Oi, son, getting my vitamin D. And welcome everyone. I'm gonna read your comments now. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Lydia. You were so wonderful. Thank you for your feedback. Yes, that would be so weird. Yeah, just think about this. Each time you don't know what to do with the lady, you are in a difficult situation, it doesn't mean you don't have right to have issues or circumstance. But always think, what would you do? Think about boss and somebody who is in subordinates. Because in a polar relationship, there is dominant masculine and dominant feminine. Dominant masculine is leading and feminine is following. So how can you follow and submit to a man that would cry at night that he cannot do this or his rent is too high? You can't submit to that kind of man. You will be like, oh my goodness, this is my little brother. I actually had one time a little brother moment. I saw somebody who proposed to me and he wanted us to be together, and he was he had something to drink, and then he started crying about rent. I'm just thinking, no, I'm sorry, nope, 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 just nope. Especially don't do it to ladies that had overcome a lot and just remained in their feminine still, because she might feel empathy for you. Most likely she will feel empathy for you, but she will lose attraction, she will lose desire for you. Doesn't mean you cannot have those feelings, but you hire a business coach, you join a mentorship group, you get yourself, I don't know, an advisor, a counselor, you go to your dad, you go to your boss's boss, but you don't go to a woman to cry about your inability. It's the same if a woman come to you and she cannot find a good shade of lipstick and she's like, I don't know this, I just continue with my favorite lipstick, and like, wait, my bee is here. I'm in a crisis. Oh my god. Okay, guys, I'm moving. She's not leaving. This is my life. Once you are, oh my god. Okay, guys, I'm leaving. I'm not leaving yet, but I'm leaving somewhere. No, go away. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, I'm leaving. The bees. The bees. This is the power of feminine energy, my dear friends. I need to move. I'm gonna move a little bit further. Leave me alone. Oh my gosh. My friend, my beautiful, one of my best friends here in US, she's also from Ukraine, but she used to have that cat. That cat would go insane when I come over. You know, he wants me to pet me this way and that way. We even had, I think we made a video one time together, and this cat even got into our video. And he just wanted me. Wookie, Wookie. Oh my god, she's still here. Okay guys, this is, we're gonna be cutting this video short. And so this cat, he was just, it was, we would laugh so hard about it. And unfortunately he passed away since then, but he was just, I don't know, it was just, he was definitely in his masculine and he was all over. And it was just, we would just die laughing because he was just in love and we were joking. I told him, you see, understand that you have a wife energy for the cat he used to you, but I am like a special treat. We were joking about it, that, you know, like, about the poor cat, but he was just so responsible to he was just so responsible to the love, you know. If I would pet him or touch him, he would go insane. I'm gonna see if we must have a video somewhere when he just goes all over. And it's just, you know what, it's so pleasant because this world was created on this beautiful polarity principle, and even animals and kids feel it. You cannot fool an animal, you cannot fool a kid. It's impossible. Welcome everyone. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna shake you a little bit. I'm gonna shake you a little bit. Let me read some comments and we're all gonna go about our day. Wait, don't fall. Exactly, Dave. Dave is saying, single, widowed, dad, had to hide my pain and worries from my children. I mean, as much as you can, right? They needed to see how I handled tragedy and move forward, not collapse into a puddle. You don't have the right to collapse. When you have people depend on you, whether it's your wife, your children, your family, maybe your elderly parents, you don't have a right to collapse. You just don't. So I'm proud of you, Dave. You did everything you could. Hello, Ivan. He says, I love you, Veronica. Thank you, Ivan. Welcome. Good to see you. I feel the vibes. Mark Archer, thank you so very much. Your last live stream was wonderfully refreshing. Every word I've contemplated. I just long to hear it out loud. Coming from someone so well cultured was lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. I truly appreciate the feedback. Maybe you can comment. I think if you could consider commenting on that live stream, that would be perfect. But I think it's the one I made yesterday. If you have anything in particular, remember, you can always comment under the live stream if I missed your comment, and I will always reply. With a day or two, but I will reply. Sometimes right away. But I appreciate the feedback. It's actually the most important, one of the most important things in this what I do is to hear feedback. So I appreciate it. Hello, Roses, welcome. I allow my moderators to ask the questions where I'm from and things like this. You guys are welcome to answer. Yes, Shari, thank you. You guys, especially maybe people who've been here a while, you are welcome to join my membership site if you want to. If you're here for long, if you're here to stay, you're welcome to do so. And of course, if you subscribe, you will get notifications when I go live. Make sure to push all. So thank you, Mark, again. Thank you, David, for sharing about your situation, which is very personal and one of the hardest things in our life that we can go through. I'm from Eastern Europe, Kiev, Ukraine in particular. Thank you, Swins. Thank you, Drew. Guys, I cannot read these names. Thank you. Ой, боже, сейчас она упадет. Ой. Sorry guys, we were moved, we had to move our we have to move because of the bee. You know, me and bees, we don't go together. Roy Young says, well said, old school values. Yes. Dan said that he got me, but I don't really feel it, but thank you. I appreciate the intention. Rosendo, welcome. I haven't seen you for a while. Hello, classy lady. A house cannot stand without a sound foundation. That foundation is the glue that keeps the house together. Start with respect instead of lust when building the house of love. Yes. I mean, we all, okay, let's be real. We all are made for love, for intimacy, for passion. We have all of those things. We were made this way. But we also have conscience, we have mind, and we're supposed to use it. We really do supposed to use our mind. Welcome, Tennessee. Great state of Texas. I love Texas, by the way. Great state for sure. Thank you, CCGB. I appreciate you. I have a deep respect for you. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate this. Here we go. Okay, let me see if there's any questions. I do sometimes answer personal questions, but I'm sorry, not every life, because this life is not about my life or about what I'm looking for or where I'm at. I can share sometimes, but it's not about me. Nowadays, men use more makeup than women. Well, some do, okay? Not men who watch in my channel, I know. There is nothing, I'm from Eastern Europe, so we can have men sometimes who are a bit polished. So it doesn't consider gay if a man is sharply dressed, he's has his style, you know, doesn't consider anything. But you know, if you have a nail polish, well, maybe you're just playing for the other team, so you may not like it here. Oh well, it's a choice. It's not a lifestyle that I would support, but it's a choice of every person how they want to experience it. But I would not go out with a man with a nail polish. See, the in a relationship, the woman's supposed to be the pretty one. Then well, I don't know if you can see it shines in a it shines in the sun. So yeah, I don't want to go out with a man who has nails like this. Nope, nope, that's a no. I don't care what you have, but if you have nails, if you have polish done, nope. There's only one princess. Hello, Benjamin. Thanks, Damien. That's quite a compliment. Thank you for not. Please don't curse here, okay? But I take it as a compliment. Thank you. This channel is for regular casual chat. Well, you know what? In a way, that's a big part of what we do here. Can you give us a flying kiss? Yes, in the end. In the end. Well, actually, I think we are coming to a logical end because I want to go enjoy the sunshine and I want to wish you a beautiful day. My favorite Slavic food, борщ. Борщ, пельмени, вареники, and a bunch of others. Yeah, don't tell me about our food. It will make me extremely hungry and desperate. Because I'm not in Ukraine. I've been living in US since forever. Since a very long time now. When I think about it, it feels like a century. Feels like a century to me. So I know how to cook Slavic dishes, but I don't always have the right things to cook from, if you know what I mean. I mean, you make an imitation. Sometimes you come close, but because the food is so different, you try your best. Don't tell me what to do, please. Yeah, fish, of course. I will ask your permission next time how much I should be on YouTube or anywhere else. The second you told, I know. Okay. Yeah, golubцы is amazing, yes. Alright, darlings. So we're not only going to have casual chats, it's just we are starting this channel over. And one of my favorite things is having a conversation. And when I go live, there is just certain connection with the audience that you feel in that moment. But we're also going to have a shorter, not live, regular content where you can comment. It won't be interactive like this, but nevertheless I actually still have a ton. So if you go to my videos, you can check out my videos, you can check out my live streams, my shorts. There is a lot of things to check out if that's your cup of tea. If not, thank you for stopping, but if it is, I would love to see you soon. Slavic people are the last one in Europe. All others are weak. And honestly, there is definitely a tendency for feminization of men, and I could not be and I'm very much concerned about it. Eastern European, Slavic, and Balkan, and some others, men do have that masculinity in them. They don't conform for the weakness. But unfortunately, we have the major movement, and this is one of the reasons for me for this channel, is that I want to have these conversations So we stay conscious about what's going on and not give in to the stupid trends. We create our own community where people are still following logic and common sense. It's so important. Everything, when I look sometimes in the world, it is so deceiving. The things uh, the feminization, emotionalization of men, I just think it is devastating for sure. Yes, I'm hungry a little bit, but it's not time yet. I'm very muscular. I don't know. Depends what you compare me with. Um, Real Ukrainian guys are fighting. Yes, unfortunately, they don't have a choice. They don't have a choice. And I'm personally devastated by it. I'm devastated that so many young, strong, handsome men that already have families, already have children, had to leave their wife and children and put their life on the line. And this is partially also why I'm doing this. We respect men on this channel, men who are men with a big letter M, and we adore women, women with a big letter W. I'm not in Ukraine, fish. I don't know how you listening. I've been a US citizen and I've been living here for almost 2 decades now in the United States. So that is you reflecting your mind. That's probably what you would do. But I have thousands of videos that goes years back on this channel. Yeah, but I offer certain value to my subscribers, and I have clients that has nothing to do with me being uh, necessarily being from Ukraine. So anyway, don't ever prove yourself to a fish regardless. What are you saying is right, Veronica. Peter Barson in the Netherlands, in the big cities are full of feminine men. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Only in the villages there are still masculine men yet. I know, and I know that in parts of Europe it's very it's it could be very feminine, but also it can be like very partner. We divide everything, we count, like if you spend 50 cents more on a lunch, I will pay you back. Like men are very much into this false idea of partnership, that they are very much like two women in a relationship. They also will divide everything, make sure everything is correct. I find it devastating. But Netherlands is such a beautiful country. I would love to see Amsterdam and the castles and the tulips and all the beauty. Such an incredible place to go and explore. And I'm devastated. I'm devastated for it. So anything you can do to contribute for the better society is precious right now. Yeah, I wish I wouldn't have to hold it, but wait, I think it's going to fall. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to be stand so close. She sounds like she will take care of you if you divorce your husband. Whenever you come home, she knows how to keep him satisfied. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, dead forever. You and your imagination. Thank you, Mark. So for those men who are serious, who maybe you are trying to make your dream come true, maybe you need an insight to a woman's mind, maybe you struggle a little bit because you before were in a relationship with a very liberal woke woman, and now you met a woman of your dream and you want some of my knowledge, expertise, and you maybe want to have a short intro, you need my input on something, you can reach out to me on my coffee site. Just connect with me, tell me what's going on. You can support or subscribe. If you are subscribe second tier and up, I give, we can exchange messages, but also if you have an issue, I will make a personal strategy video or message for you, because a lot of men reaching out to me, I don't really have that many hours in a day where I can give an hour to everyone who wants to do it, unless we schedule a little bit ahead. So you can have an express consultation, and if that's something you need, and you will get your response in about 24 to 48 hours. I'm more emotional guy. Is it bad? It's not bad, because you can feel things, you can see things and understand things, but it would be, it's not the most, usually it's not the most attractive thing for a woman. So it doesn't hurt for not everybody to know that you feel things deeply. It could be a gift if you use it right, but if you get into tears for every single issue when you're next to a woman, just expect that she may not have the attraction for you that you would prefer. All right, thank you, infantry. No imagination, a real woman wants a real man. Yes, very true. I was just, guys, you have to understand that you cannot be so serious. Do you have friends willing to marry USA American men? Yes, I do. You can reach out to my email. I don't have a ton of them, but I have some, and I have a possibility, if you match certain ladies what they're looking for, I have a possibility of introduction. Antonina says, you should read the book How to Meet the Man of Your Dreams, and it will clarify your perspective on kind of man you need. I'm not here to clarify perspectives on anybody I need. We had a bit of a different topic. It's not necessarily about me, but thank you for the suggestions, and I don't need that book. Trust me, I don't need that book. But maybe somebody does, so thanks for... Oi, what did I just do? You're from Chicago? It would be hard to message me because you're from Chicago? That's weird. You don't need to message me unless you have something specific. Unless you have some specific idea, or I can help you with something, or you want to introduce yourself in a classy way, but most people cannot, so don't worry. Chicago is right a couple hours from me, actually. But I would never live in Chicago, I'm sorry. Never. Maybe like some suburbs are good, but Chicago itself can miss me. Beautiful city, but messed up by the whoever is ruling the city. Plus, American cities, big cities, doesn't have enough of greenery for me. Have too much crime. There is not enough of beautiful views. Too much homeless. I'm just saying. I'm not talking to you that forever. I'm just saying in general. When I came to US, I saw that US cities are similar to European cities, and oh boy, was I wrong. Yes, come to see some museums, to go out, to eat, sightseeing, yes, but we were almost robbed 3 to 4 to 5 times when we were in Chicago years ago. We were almost robbed. Like, also, I'm not a fan of skyscrapers. Like, who thought that was a good idea? I love architecture with the character. Even in America, the older style architecture is beautiful. The Victorian, the Tudor revival, you know, the way those beautiful, there are some beautiful architecture here as well, but you need to look for it with a magnifying glass. I love the older homes, older museums. I can be there all day. I love the architecture, but I don't like I call them coffins, I'm sorry. The skyscrapers, I don't find beauty in them. They look like big coffins, like a stone jungle. I don't love them. Peter saying, thank you. It is beautiful, but the agenda is pushed forward in our country. Feminating is not the only problem. There are also so much different cultures here, I know. What I think in long term is not good. Yeah, that's the whole replacement thing is insane. I know exactly what you're talking about. Is not right. It's not right. I'm completely devastated by that. I know what you're talking about. Everybody is welcome to make suggestions. It's all good. No worries. Just, before you suggest something, you might consider whether or not somebody is in need of that. But still, no problem. As long as everybody stays respectful, you can share your opinion and you can suggest. No hard feelings for that. A woman wants emotionally available and stable man. Oh my goodness, I'm recovering heroin addict and spent 2 years to rehab. I find my emotions and connections. Now I find a real woman. Good luck to you. I'm very glad that you're coming back to life. It's a hard journey. I'm very, very, very glad that you are on the right path, Remedy. Chicago isn't that bad. I've been to Chicago. I'm sure some suburbs are nice, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't like it. It was awful. The way people drive, the way people treat you. No. I love the performance. I loved, yeah, the museums, the things to see, amazing, yes. But live there, you could not pay me. I would not live there, no matter the price, ever. Because you know why? It's actually very much relates to this video. Because I would not feel safe. I would not feel safe go for a walk. I would not feel safe, wear my furs and jewels. I would not feel safe. I don't care if I have $1 million home, $5 million home. I don't care what I have. I don't want to be attached to anybody so I can go for a walk. I cannot be somewhere when you cannot even turn. I was not driving. I was sitting back. I have videos when I'm in a passenger seat. I was taking some videos. We went to Ukrainian village. It took us, walk would be so much shorter, but we went to Ukrainian village. It took forever to get there with traffic. But I also don't like, there is no place to breathe. It's not for me. There is no place to, maybe like suburbs. So some suburbs of the big cities are very nice, but I would never, there is not amount of money where I would live in Chicago or San Francisco. Like, I love San Francisco in terms of the beauty, the bay, the architecture, so beautiful. But there is not an amount of money, it doesn't exist in the world where I would live in San Francisco, even though I love the beauty of the city, because you can walk out of your place and get stabbed or get other things. So no, in this video I was saying that the number one importance is not the wealth, even for a woman and a man, if she is truly feminine. It's man's ability to protect and to provide safety and to lead. If I feel unprotected in the city, I don't care what I have in my bank or who I'm married to. I don't care. I don't want to be there. So not anything personal against Chicago. I'm sure it was it was a lot safer maybe many years ago, but I actually didn't even see enough of the city, because when I was there for the first time, I'm telling you, I almost got robbed of my luggage. And then well, I don't want to get into it. Yeah, nope. I'm not in Wisconsin, but there is nothing wrong with Wisconsin. And the thing is, I'm not arguing with anybody about the taste. You might like the urban lifestyle, I respect that. It's just not something that I would like. I'm just north of Toronto. Yeah, I would like to see. I would like to see Canada sometimes, especially Quebec, because of like European French influence. Not politically, culturally, in terms of architecture and croissants. I don't like crying. What I'm saying is, I don't have that alpha male energy. I like to feel some warmth from the woman and maybe for her to take some lead. At the same time, I can be devoted and loyal. Then you need to find a woman that is naturally more masculine. And then you can have this reverse dynamic and be happy. The only time it works when the man is a bit softer, a bit more on a passive side. You can actually find a match, but she should be the opposite. So, there are plenty of masculine women nowadays. So she needs to be a bit more masculine, a bit more driven. As long as you have the polarity, even though it's reversed, it will work. You probably would not work with a soft woman that expect you to be 100% alpha male leader. So you need a woman that is a bit of a leader herself. It can work as well, as long as there is polarity, it can work. All right, guys, here we are, staying longer as always. Montreal, yes, I've heard about Montreal, and Quebec is my dream. Yes. Thank you, Ethan. What's going on in the jungle? Animals? I don't like the ghetto either. Yeah, I'm scared of stuff like that. But also, honestly, even in the most beautiful big city, I want to live close by, but I need nature. I want peace during the day, but it's nice sometimes to go out and see a performance. Yeah, I love the sightseeing. I love performances. I also love dressing up to a fault, and for no reason, absolutely no reason, just being alive. Have you ever been to New York City? I travel through it, but I have not really spent time, and I will eventually. We have a plan to go eventually. I would like to, but I'm just so discouraged by the, you know, certain things. I don't get me on that, because I really do have to go. I have somewhere to be, and I'm very grateful that you spend this time with me. You know that these conversations are for us to connect. Yes, architecture, landscape, culture, literature, not political. Yeah. Thank you, Joe from California. Welcome. I appreciate the kind words. Thanks for telling me that. It's good to hear from a woman that a woman I can match. Yes, you can absolutely match. You would be in a bad situation if you meet a woman that expect you to have that alpha. But if you know yourself and that's who you are in your core, some women, it's a smaller amount of women, but they feel safer with the men who are a bit more passive, because they already have this very masculine, very driven personality, and they feel more emotionally safe with, not maybe passive, but the men who are a bit softer, in their energies, that are more, just kind of more relaxed. Yeah, so you just need to find a woman that has a bit of fire in her, and you will be balancing that out. But it doesn't mean that you're a slob. It doesn't mean that you cannot take a decision. It doesn't mean that you cannot take certain man roles. It's important, but you simply just balance out your fiery energy. It's interesting. When I was in college, I have a lot of students, or my my friends attracted to me because they were kind of also that type, and they liked the a bit of a drive or passion I had. But for me, I it wasn't something for me because yeah, it's not for everyone, but it's definitely the lady needs to have reciprocity, and some women feel calm because they feel that this man is safe. And usually you are emotionally intelligent when you have a bit higher emotional compass than most men. It can be a weakness, but you can turn it into a strength because you can use it as your navigator, and have this emotional alertness, intelligence. You can use it as a gift. Just don't just because you feel things, don't make it your weakness. I understand you because when I was very, very young, when I was a child, I was so emotional. I could feel pain of everyone and everything, including dogs and cats and people. And I would bring all those homeless animals at home in our apartment that was like like my living room right now, the whole apartment. And I would bring the dogs and cats, and like I would just cry that my mom takes them in because they're suffering. How can you pass by? So I understand that emotional. Some of us have a very, very deep emotional sensitivity, and it took me many years to get it a little bit under control. But then you learn that could be your guidance, because when you have that, you can read the room, you can connect with people on a deeper level, and other things. So it can be a strength. I love the city, but I love to live it more. Exactly. Exactly. It depends on the city. I love a beautiful city, but I would like to be in a village near it. Something I never thought I would say. All right, my dear friends. Yes, David, that is true. That is true. But we are talking about, some men have a very defined masculine drive and energy, and some has the more subtle. Um, all can work, but the best way to see if things going to work, you must see if you can balance it out, because two people who are overly emotional is gonna be a train wreck. Two people that are closed and reserved, probably not gonna have best connection, so polarity is always good. All right, my dear friends, I read all the comments. Don't forget to double tap on the screen. Thank you so much for joining. I don't know if I'll leave this video here on the channel or I will put it in my membership. Some of the videos I do, we'll see. Thank you again for joining, and I will see you very soon. I hope that you have a beautiful day. Shari, thank you for being with me. I'm glad we didn't end it earlier because I was able to connect with more people, and I appreciate that opportunity. It's always a privilege for me to be able and to share thoughts with you and make live connections on the live. Goodbye, everyone. Have a beautiful rest of the day, and I will see you very soon. Au revoir. Mwah. As we say in the end of video, you get a kiss blown. Thank you, everyone. Oh, I think the deer is coming. Bye.